Hi, everybody. I'm Pratibha Agarwal. So nice to see you this Friday. I hope that many of you get to enjoy the long weekend. If you are joining me for the first time, my name is Pratibha Agarwal. I am an immigration attorney. I'm based in Washington, D.C. Our clients are all over the United States. We help with immigration questions, right? We help with immigration questions. So put your questions into the chat. I'm happy to answer them for you. Our firm actually practices all types of immigration cases. So we work with companies that are sponsoring individuals. We also work with families, students, and the reason I'm on here is to provide information to folks that might be undocumented. So that is kind of the focus of this live. We are streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok right now. We also have a presence on Instagram. If you like the information that you're hearing, if you want to learn more about immigration from our firm, please make sure to follow us on our social media. We are Agarwal Immigration on Facebook and YouTube and TikTok. So Agarwal Immigration, the firm's name is Agarwal Law Group. And my name is Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration lawyer. I'm based in Washington, D.C., and we help clients all over the United States achieve a green card and otherwise obtain status here in the U.S. when they may not. So the focus here is to talk about our humanitarian options like VAWA, use, and T visas. So T visas are for victims of trafficking. Our firm works with a lot of victims of labor trafficking. We also have victims of crime, people that might have been a victim of a robbery or provided information to the police. We can help them get a visa that can eventually lead to a green card. So if you know people that might benefit from this type of information, especially if they're undocumented in the United States, they're looking for immigration assistance or possibly trying to learn about options that they might have for a visa or for a green card that can be life-changing for them, that can help them get work authorization and social security number and green card, and eventually the dream, right? Eventually the dream of U.S. citizenship. Please make sure to share this with them, have them join us. They can participate in this conversation, and we can provide really valuable immigration information for anyone here that is watching. So don't forget to follow us, like us, subscribe to our channel, share this with others. I will start off with our first question of the day, which is, does my abusive spouse have to be a U.S. citizen in order to qualify for VAWA, right? So if you're doing VAWA, do you have to be married to a U.S. citizen to qualify for VAWA benefits, such as even applying for a green card based on VAWA? So if you're doing a spousal VAWA, the answer to that is you could be married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder who refuses to file your green card application. Maybe you only lived with them for a little bit after marriage, but you lived with them for a long time before marriage. That will also help you qualify for VAWA. If you entered illegally and you're married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, you can also qualify for VAWA. So this is something you should explore if you think that it might be helpful to you. So to qualify for VAWA, you have to be married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder. It has to be a real marriage, not just for immigration purposes. You have to have lived with them for any period of time. It could be before or after marriage. And you have to have abuse in the marriage. And this abuse can be emotional, psychological, verbal abuse, right? Manipulative, mental abuse that many people in this situation experience. So you might be able to qualify for VAWA, which can lead to work authorization in about 7 months. It can lead to a green card in about 3 years. So give us a call if we can talk to you about this. You can reach us at 703-348-1663. Again, my name is Pratibha Agarwal. You can call us for a confidential consultation, 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. Sophia from our firm is waiting to answer your call at the moment. Say hello to her, tell her you're currently watching the live, and you can schedule a consultation right now for time slots available next week or very soon if it's not available then. Okay. Um, awesome. Thank you. If you're joining me for the first time, guys, say hello. Hi, Jack. Hi, Maury. Hi, Sriram. I'm seeing so many questions here, and I'm going to get to them in just a second. As a reminder, we are on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok, so please make sure to follow us, like us on these channels if you think that this is something that's helpful to you or other people in your community or your family. Share this post with them so they can also be part of this conversation and have information, right? Because in this time of chaos, the best way to feel better, to feel less anxious, is going to be to just be informed of your options, see what's available to you, and be proactive and take action, because it could help protect you. It could help double your income if you don't have work authorization and you're looking for job options, right? If you have work authorization, your chances of a higher salary are incredible, almost twice as much. So keep that in mind. Take action if you think you might qualify. But this is an opportunity for you to understand that there may be options available for you, even if you entered illegally or if you've lost status in the U.S. Okay? Awesome. Jack here says, hi, Jack. VAWA is approved. Congratulations. The court case was recalendared this October. They've applied for a PD and a motion to dismiss. How long can it take in New York? I've had clients that have been successful with that in just about a few months. So if you're in removal proceedings, keep in mind that the government can make, that USCIS can make a decision on your VAWA petition, but it cannot approve your green card. So this is USCIS. They don't have jurisdiction, meaning they are not allowed to make a decision on your green card application if you are in removal proceedings. So that means if you have a court case, USCIS cannot approve your green card applications. That has to be taken care of. We recommend doing it maybe after your VAWA is approved, have your case recalendared, and then hopefully dismissed, and you can move forward with your adjustment of status, your green card, with USCIS. It's a little bit of a complicated process, which is why working with a lawyer can be much more helpful than trying to navigate this entire thing yourself. If we can help you with a confidential consultation, call us 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. My name is Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney in Washington, D.C. I'm in Washington, D.C. right now. Our clients are local here and all over the United States, and we help them with all types of humanitarian and business cases. Feel free to reach out to us if we can help you. Joni Singh, nice to meet you. Thank you for joining our live. Please feel free to follow us and like us if we can help you, okay? Let's see. Maury says, I have a travel document. Do I have to go back to my home country and come back? Please advise. Maury, it really depends on the type of application that you want to submit. So typically, if you are in the United States and you qualify for something like VAWA, you do not need to leave if you had an illegal entry, right? So that's one of the benefits of something like VAWA. If you are a victim of abuse in your marriage, you entered illegally. Remember, the abuse can be psychological, emotional abuse, right? So it does not have to be physical. In most cases for our clients, it is not physical abuse. It's more psychological and emotional. So if you experience this, you entered illegally, you can still qualify for VAWA. Okay, I hope this is helpful to you. You do not need to leave and return in order to qualify for VAWA and a green card. All right. Thank you for asking that question. That's a really good question. You can reach us to schedule a consultation, 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. My name again is Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney, help clients all throughout the United States with their immigration applications. We conduct our consultations for new clients by phone, by Zoom, or in person. So by phone, by Zoom, or in person. What we do at a consultation is we talk about your immigration history. How did you enter? When did you enter? Is your spouse a U.S. citizen or a green card holder? When you lived with them? Any other kind of questions regarding whether or not you might be eligible for specific immigration benefits, right? So if you don't qualify for one, we try to ask questions to see if you might qualify for other options as well. When we do that, we can then go through the process with you. What is it going to look like to work with our firm? From start all the way to the decision. What is the representation going to look like at a possible interview? Is there even going to be an interview? So there's so many different questions that can come up. We can talk to you about that. Our firm also has a number of different payment plans to help you get started depending on how much you want to put down as a deposit, right? So we can have lower level payment plans and you can pay over time instead of all at once. So give us a call if you think you might be able to qualify. This is a great way to figure out whether you do and how our firm can help you obtain status in the US. You can reach us at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. You can also go on our Facebook page, which is Agarwal Immigration. You can go on our YouTube, our TikTok, all of these ways to reach us, see my calendar, get on my calendar so we can then talk about your immigration case. All right? Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining. I'm going to go through a few more questions. Can I file for a VAWA if my spouse never filed a green card application for me? Does my spouse need to have a green card application on file for me before I can qualify for a VAWA? While in some situations, our clients already have a green card application pending through their spouse, and then part of the abuse that they're experiencing is the spouse sort of threatening to not come to the interview, threatening to sabotage the interview. While this green card application is pending, their abusive spouse might be saying things like, I'm going to call immigration and deport you. Know that if you're in this situation, you have options. So you can call us. We can file a VAWA for you. You might be eligible to file a VAWA even if your spouse is refusing to go to the interview, right? The VAWA application does not require the help of your spouse. It is really based on you and your facts from your perspective. So give us a call. You can file for VAWA even if your spouse is not willing to work with you, because with VAWA, a spouse is not required. This is a self-petition. That means you do this on your own without the help of your spouse. It is an application that can result in just a few months in work authorization and even a green card and travel authorization, and ultimately U.S. citizenship. It could be a path to citizenship for many people that might be facing a difficult situation right now. Give us a call at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. My name again is Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney. We help clients all over the United States with all types of immigration questions. If you even have business immigration questions, go ahead and put this into the chat. We can still help. We work on many business immigration cases as well. But this forum, we focus our discussion on humanitarian options for those of us here in the U.S. that might be undocumented, that might have entered illegally and are wondering how can I possibly get status here in the U.S. Okay, hope that is helpful. Reach out for a consultation, 703-348-1663. Also, share this with others. Do you have friends or family that might benefit from this conversation? Please share this post with others so they can join us, learn about immigration. Hopefully everyone can feel a little bit more informed and hopefully a little bit more protected going forward. All right. Sorry, guys, I'm looking to see what questions there are here. We have several. Let's see. Faith says, good afternoon. Hi, Faith. Good afternoon. Sri Ram said, I applied for asylum and I got a marriage advance parole. Can I travel if I'm married to a U.S. citizen? You cannot travel to the country from which you are claiming asylum, right? That does not look good for your application. It looks like you submitted a fraudulent asylum application. So we would never recommend that you go back to the country where you claimed you were being persecuted. It doesn't look good. Okay, give us a call if we can help you. 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. Karanjeet, hi Karanjeet, says, I just received an update that my VAWA and adjustment of status were transferred to another office. So what happens, guys, if you get a notice that your case was transferred? More likely than not, it just is going to a different office because they have more availability, right? They have more capacity to adjudicate your application. In some rare situations, if they suspect fraud, it could be transferred to their fraud unit. But in most cases, especially with VAWA, it does not, it won't get, it's the transfer, in most cases, especially with VAWA, the transfer does not make any kind of indication or reflection on the merits of your case, which means it could be a very strong case. It could still get transferred. It doesn't mean anything negative. Okay, I hope that's helpful to you, Karanjeet. Congratulations on getting your VAWA filed and your green card application filed. I hope everything goes very, very smoothly for you. You can reach us if you have any questions at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. My name again is Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney. I'm based in Washington, D.C., and we help clients with all types of immigration applications. We bring such passion and attention to detail, as some of my clients who are watching now can attest to. We have multiple levels of review with every application, so we try to catch any inconsistencies and make sure that your application is as strong as possible before we submit it to the government. Okay, give us a call if we can help you. 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. If you're not by a phone, you can go to our Facebook page or you can go to our website and you can schedule a consultation directly from there. You have access to my calendar right there, and you can schedule directly from our Facebook page. I hope that's helpful to you. All right, awesome. Maury says, thank you so much. You're welcome. I hope that what you're learning here is going to be very helpful to you. What happens if my spouse, my abusive spouse, loses their green card or their citizenship, right? If citizenship is revoked or their green card is revoked, what happens? Can you still file a VAWA petition? So this is a little bit up in the air, but we can certainly argue if you were a victim of abuse, you were married in good faith to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, and they committed some kind of fraud or criminal act and lost this status, you might still be able to qualify for VAWA if they were held the status at the time of the abuse. So there is really strong argument there that if they were a U.S. citizen or a green card holder at the time of the abuse, that it is possible for you to still move forward with the VAWA even if later they lost their status. I hope that's helpful to you. Call us if you would like to discuss your case. You could reach us at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. My name again is Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney. I help clients all over the United States with their immigration applications. All right, Mohammed says, my VAWA case and 485 application shows status fingerprint updates that fingerprints were taken. What does this mean? My fingerprints is already checked. It just means that they were taken, that you completed that necessary step. Perfect. Nothing else is needed. If sometimes in VAWA applications or green card applications, they can reuse fingerprints that you have previously submitted, right? So they won't need you to go back and get your biometrics completed again. So I hope that is helpful to you, Mohammed. Give us a call if we can help you. 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. My name again is Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney here in DC. We help our clients all over the United States achieve status, even if they entered illegally. They might be undocumented right now. We have found ways to help them adjust their status without having to leave the country. All right. I hope everyone has an awesome weekend. I don't think I have any new questions here. Let's see. All right. Gua says, if you vacate a conviction from 30 years ago, can you still apply for VAWA? Right? So VAWA requires you to have good moral character for 3 years before we submit the application. So those are the 3 most important years for submitting a VAWA application, the 3 right before you submit. If you vacate a conviction, remember with immigration law, any expunged crimes, anything vacated, they are still going to be on your record. So you would still have to disclose that, but what the government wants to see is rehabilitation, right? So if you haven't had any issues in 30 years, if you're otherwise have plenty of evidence of good moral character, this crime cannot really affect you, but it really depends on what it is. So let's discuss. Come to a consultation, 703-348-1663. My name again is Pratibha Agarwal, and I look forward to meeting many of you for a consultation and getting your cases started. Otherwise, stay safe. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. It was wonderful to see you, and thank you so much for joining me. Have a great weekend. Bye, everyone.